You are in a room, and there is a gun on the table. And the only other person in the room is an adversary in commerce. Only one of you can prevail. Yet, you have protected your business and Maurice's money. Do you pick up the gun, Joy?
That's a very strange question.
There is nothing strange about this question at all. This is money. Do you pick up the gun?
I pick up the gun.
Good. I'm going to remember that you said that when I speak to my lawyer.
Joy, the new movie starring Jennifer Lawrence, Robert De Niro, and Bradley Cooper, is basically the story about a girl played by Jennifer Lawrence who has an idea for this invention that she just thinks is brilliant, and her struggles with basically starting up her business. Now, the biggest credit I can give this movie is Jennifer Lawrence. Her acting in this movie is definitely upping her game. She is an amazing actress. When she first appeared on the scene, I think the first movie I saw her in was Hunger Games, and I always thought she was so-so. In every movie she's been in, I thought she was alright. This is the first movie I really watched where I was like, okay, this is truly an actress. Robert De Niro brings his A game, as he usually always does. He plays her father and kind of a dick. He's one of those guys that thinks he's helping and he kind of like overreacts and he's very angry, and then he'll apologize afterwards and be like, sorry, I didn't mean it, not realizing how much of a dick he was and how much he affects people. Bradley Cooper basically plays this executive at QVC who Jennifer Lawrence is basically trying to convince that her product is amazing enough to put on QVC and sell a whole bunch of stuff. If she can't get it on there, well, all her time and money might be wasted. I'm not going to tell you what the invention is because I went into this movie not really knowing what this movie was about. I thought the trailers did a completely terrible fucking job at explaining what this movie was about. Again, all you really need to know is she invented something. It's nothing super extraordinary. It's more just about business and how you go from coming up with an idea, getting investors to fund your project and your ideas, getting molds made for things, getting suppliers, getting your idea out there, getting people to buy into why they need this product. Basically, it's Shark Tank. If you've ever watched Shark Tank, you know all these people basically go on there trying to convince them, this is my product, this is why it'd be a good idea. Basically, if you took one of those people and showed their life story, that's kind of what this movie is. And I'd say about the second half of this movie really interested me because it really focused on the whole business side of things. How much of a badass this woman really was, and kind of how she would not take shit. And honestly, she's the only somewhat decent person in this movie because everyone else in this movie are complete assholes, or they're idiots, or they're dicks. It's just like, man, the stuff she had to put up with. I'm sure the movie is exaggerated a little bit, but honestly, in terms of this movie, she's the only person that you kind of connect with and like. But I gotta say, man, the first third to half this movie, I fucking hated it. I was just sitting there like, what am I watching right now? What is this movie? Again, the trailers don't really explain it. In the first third to half of this movie, it's just kind of really aimless. You don't really know where it's going. Like, what is this movie about? It's just kind of showing random parts of her life, and it's not really going anywhere, and it was kind of boring, and I was just like, what is this movie doing? But once she gets her idea for that invention, and the movie finally gains some traction on the slippery slope it was on, and it finally starts going, then you get engaged. But I tell you, man, up until then, it's very hard to be entertained. It's just horrible the first third. So while this movie had amazing performances and the plot idea of it was really good, the execution of the first half of the movie just really took me out of it and made it hard to enjoy. So I'm going to have to give this movie a one-night stand. It's worth watching if you can make it through the beginning part. And if you're a business owner out there, or somebody that has an idea for a product, and you're the kind of person that watches Shark Tank all the time, this is a good movie to see because it really shows you the kind of the downfalls and the pitfalls with all the struggles you have to go through, and you're just sitting there like cheering or like, don't give up, come on, keep going, you got this. So in a way, it's an underdog story, and you're really rooting for her. But honestly, there are a lot better movies out there this weekend, and if you want to see some more movie reviews of which movies to go see, stick around after this. If you can handle it, go.